Team and Dark Matter News. Today I am here to announce. So basically, obviously I'm here to announce that our 27th investigation will be at the Milford Museum up in Milford, Delaware. So the Milford Museum is very historic. It's been around for a long time. And obviously, the Milford Museum, supposedly there was another team at the Milford Museum that did a paranormal investigation in 2015. Unfortunately, that team captured really no evidence. They claimed that there were some artifacts that were haunted inside the museum, but they never captured any legit concrete evidence of paranormal activity there. But our team has more knowledge. We have more equipment. We also have a lot more tools at the disposal that team didn't have. So we should be able to capture a lot more activity at the Milford Museum. So that's going to be very, very exciting. So it'll be at the Milford Museum, and that'll be on Saturday, June 21st. So Saturday, June 21st at the Milford Museum in Milford, Delaware, for probably our last investigation of the Delmarva Peninsula. The main reason why that we're not coming back to the Delmarva Peninsula is because there's a lot of things involved. Number one, the drives are very long. So obviously it takes 2 hours all the way down, 2 hours all the way back. That's 4 hours on the road. It takes a full tank of gas. That's an added cost. And then you got to factor in there's tolls that you have to pay. It costs anywhere from $20 to $40 in tolls. It takes a full tank of gas, so it takes $100 every time to do it. So you have toll costs, you have gas costs. Then you got to also factor in the amount of also at times to break down the equipment to load it up. That's also takes a lot of time to do. So we're going to try to focus more up on the Pennsylvania, Delaware, the southern New Jersey, and Maryland areas, because it's a lot closer. Instead of having to drive 100 miles and like 2 hour drive all the way there, all the way back, it would just make a lot more sense, I think, to keep it more locally. So that's what we're hoping to do in the future, because it's just going to make it much more accessible to us. So basically, we now have the investigations to do. So doing around this area will make it a lot easier. Now, I'm also here to announce that I'm also excited to announce that basically we now have a 47 ABC will be joining us. So that's 47 ABC will be officially joining us for the investigation coming up. The news station will be reaching out to us. And what's really cool is we're going to be filming this segment after we do our 21st investigation at the Milford Museum. So we're going to be talking about that investigation of the Milford Museum. But this time we're going to do it obviously like a week or two after we do that investigation. And we're hoping to go back to the Overfalls. I'm working on setting everything up to go back to the Overfalls. Now, we're not going to be ghost hunting on the Overfalls. We're just going to be doing the news segment there. So we're hoping to basically just do, film the newscast, and then we're going to do the interview process. We're going to sit down, answer questions. We're going to demonstrate some paranormal equipment. We're going to show some footage of our investigation and stuff like that. So that'll be a really, really cool opportunity to get out there and do the news segment. So that should release probably in about a month's time. So I'll keep you guys updated on when the investigation or when that actually will air. So I'm really excited to do that. So I says Xander Jason says no. Okay. So basically overall, next I'd like to talk about the other things that are going to be involved as well. So the UFO training courses on Udemy starting out kind of slow, but we have gotten so far at least 2 people that have signed up for it. That's really cool. So we now have a couple people have already signed up, and they gave us a 5-star review. They love the Udemy courses. They love what we're doing. So basically, if you want to know how to conduct a investigation of crop circles or cattle mutilations, or how to research abductions, notable UFO cases, underwater UFOs, USOs, and all the other things that's involved in the training. Rick and I have gone through the nuts and bolts of doing how to set up UFO investigations. So I highly, highly recommend checking out those UFO Udemy courses. It's a great set of instructional complementaries to the ones that we already have on Udemy. So I highly recommend that. So everyone else has also been asking for the paranormal camp, the Camp Hollow, what we're working on. Well, right now, that process is still on freeze at this time. I've been working diligently. I've been calling places. I've been contacting camps. I've been emailing, calling. So far, I have not heard back yet. it says Xander Jason says, "What are we doing?" Xander Jason, we're planning on doing a future paranormal camp that we're working on. It's going to be similar to paranormal research societies. Something called they used to do something called Camp Paranormal, which was very popular with Ryan Buell and his organization. So we're eventually going to do our own version called Camp Hollow. Jessica Lynn says, hello, Jessica. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your time. You rock. You're awesome. So the paranormal camp idea, when we do roll this out, we got the logo concept art already designed. We already have like who's going to be working with us. We got guest speakers all lined up. That's fine. Now we just need to find out the cost of rent, how much would it cost, and also where can we go at? Because a lot of these camps require like so much money up front. We also got to get permission from the boards and all these other places. So we're working on it. I just don't know. I don't have a definitive time frame yet when we're going to start doing the paranormal camp ideas. But I'm hoping sooner rather than later, because I would love to like do one-on-one training with all of you guys. We're talking about paranormal camps, Jessica. We're talking about, I'm doing an idea called Camp Hollow, which will be doing a paranormal camp idea. Basically, so we're trying to get that going forward. So basically, we're trying to do a paranormal camp that another organization did called Camp Paranormal. So that'll be really cool coming up. So I'm going to continue working on that as much as possible. And obviously, so we got that on the back burner. So we will continue working on that until we find a future person to do that. So I'm really excited about that. And I also just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you've given us over the last 4 years of our existence. We continue to grow and expand and get bigger. I want to take this all over the world. I want to share Fan Detectives with all of you guys and show the passion that we have for a love of history, a love of investigations, a love of the paranormal. It says, Jessica says, oh, cool. That would beg neat for kids like me, like the paranormal activities. Yes, I agree. PRS did this back in the day with Ryan Buell, like the Camp Paranormal ideas, and it was very popular. I do believe they used to sell those out. And I know that Ryan, I have one of Ryan's right-hand people working with me named Holly Faust, who Holly helped do a lot of the branding for the original Camp Paranormal back in the day. And I know that they sold out a lot. So what we want to try to do is do lectures there at the camp. We wanted to tell ghost stories. We also want to do hands-on equipment training with people. We want to do public investigations there. So this is just an idea I thought about, and I think it'd be really, really cool to do it and teach people. And I think the most important thing is that hopefully we'll find, I'm going to continue working on this. I'm very passionate. Now, people have been asking about public investigations, and yes, I am still working on that as well. I just don't have any definitive time frame for the public ghost hunts. Now, I will say that I would like to start ghost tours here. It's just going to come down to, once again, it always comes back to the owners. The owners of these places have to be willing to let us do it, because that's the biggest hurdle right now of starting public investigations and the paranormal camp idea. So we need to be able to get permission from the owners, as well as the okay and how much they're going to charge. We got to factor in right now we're on like shoestring budgets because of the economy and the uncertainty with the job market. So our costs, we can't put out as much money out of the pocket. But we're hoping if we can have a lot of you guys chip in and get tickets, we'll set up a some kind of maybe go on some kind of Eventbrite, and we'll set up an Eventbrite account, and then we'll have people, we'll do virtual tickets, and if people start buying the tickets, we'll start doing more public ghost hunts. So it's something that I'm definitely passionate that I want to do, and you'll be able to pay for those once we do the public investigations right on our website, fandetectives.org, and we'll do a tour. So I would love to do something like that at Penhurst down the road. Now, Penhurst is really cool because my sister's boyfriend's family owns it. The problem with Penhurst is, if we were to do a public ghost hunt there, it's going to cost $1,000 a night. There's no way. If they don't, it will be 10 times harder to make the camp. I agree, Jessica. And the main problem is exactly all these places. They all require a lot of upfront money. They all require so many people to donate, to sign up. They require so many tickets to be purchased, and they also want a percentage. They want to cut from how much we made. So factor in, because our team has to go there. We have to set everything up. and do everything, there's a lot of cost involved. So, you know, it has to be pretty much accessible for all of us. Like, I would say, if we're going to do these public investigations and these paranormal camp ideas, I want to say we should at least take home 80% of everything, or 90%. Now, because since we're paying out of pocket to rent the venue, I think that we should take all the profits from all of the ticket sales, because, you know, that'll help us with, keeping the cost of doing the events. So I'll keep you guys updated. I mean, I would love to do it at Pennhurst, but I'm not paying $1,000 a month. It's ridiculous what Pennhurst charges for their overnight public, for the private investigations. I would love to do something with Pennhurst with you guys, and maybe in the future we will. But, I would need like at least 9 or 10 people to pay $100. We'll rent it out. Then we'll teach everyone, we'll ghost hunt with everybody. So that'll be fun, and I'll keep you guys updated on business owners that'll let us do this. So as soon as we get the green light, we'll be happy to do it. So let's see here. This message is held for review. Hi, Elissa Morales says, hello, Alyssa. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. It's great to see you here. So Alyssa Morales, Jessica, and other people are there. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for everything, for all the love and support. And also about the Investigation 27. I'll be making sure before, when we do, so Morella, so says, okay, she says, hi, I'm again. Yes, so when we do the tour, I'll be happy to do the tour with you guys. I'll walk you guys through the location, and you guys can see the Milford Museum in 2 weeks, and I'll be happy to give you guys just a breakdown of all the floors, the outside, the interior, because we got permission to be there. The cure of the museum is just totally cool, so I'd love to show you guys the structure. So I just want to say thank you guys again. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay cool, stay warm, stay safe, and stay spooky. And also remember, try to find some ghosts, basically, and try to capture activity. Thank you very much. This is Joshua Chair signing over and out, and I hope you have a nice day.